Welcome to Glass City Social Club, where we don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Come, join us. We have hot dogs.
A quick little video. I don't know if this one's gonna have the intro on it or not. Probably no silly jokes either. Been a long day. Frame is off with the tattoo guy, who's gonna airbrush the nebula onto the tank section. So while that's happening, I guess I'll be working on that, trying to get that figured out back there, whatever I'm gonna do. And then I have a traditional build in mind. I actually have two, but I'm only going to work on one because 3 bikes at one time is just too much for somebody that can't really pay attention. But I wanted to show the next step of the dark matter build because, well, I don't know. I have it, and I'm going to be working on it soon. So, box, little thin box. And like I said, I've been working, or started designing this bike about 10 years ago, and I know that because I looked up when I bought these. Now, if a lot of you remember back then, a fella named Nate showed up, and he had this nifty little product that a bunch of us bought into called Deco Disc. And they were these painted up little things, you know, those things. Had his logo on them and whatever you wanted on it, or some sort of sticker. I didn't want all of that stuff, so mine are clear. He even charged me less because there was no artwork to them. So I have a plan for these. I will probably put in an image of my rendering of this bike. But yeah, these, he doesn't make these anymore. But I've been holding on to these things since he first showed up on Rat Rod Bike selling them. So the full set, I'm only going to use 2 for the front wheel. I'm not putting any on the back. I think if I can pull off what I'm planning, it should look fine. I hope. We'll see. I've got 2 options for these things that I'm thinking of. And one of them, again, involves nebula paint job. I thought about getting, probably have Rex, my tattoo guy, do that one too if I do it. With the Candy Colors Createx airbrush paint that I like. I gave him all of my paint yesterday when I dropped my frame off, so it's just whenever it is. But the main plan originally was, when this was going to be a lowrider, I wanted to make these chrome, and I planned on doing that with Spaz paint. You get it in a rattle can or do it for airbrush. That is the closest thing to a chrome reflective surface that I've seen in spray paint. There's a lot of videos on it. I think it was originally designed for the remote control car world. My neighbor uses it because a lot of those car bodies, they're formed out of Lexan, they're clear or some sort of acrylic, and they use that paint on the inside so that way it doesn't get scratched up on the outside. But when you look at it, you can actually see a reflection. There's this black backer paint you can put behind it. It's supposed to be like a super gloss black paint. Even if you use like Rust-Oleum, you can still use it. But the videos I've seen, a lot of people don't like using the black backer because it gets shiny enough on its own. I need to see what that's going to look like first. I need to do some tests because, like I said, I thought about maybe put a nebula around the opening and then have the rest of it mirrored. And the reason for the Candy Colors of the nebula is because I would have to paint it and then do the chrome Spaz behind it. So with the Candy Colors being translucent or whatever, I thought maybe the chrome might come through and it'd be one of those things. But the original idea was just to have them all chrome. I didn't realize these openings were quite so large. I thought they kind of hugged the axle a little bit better. So I thought in my head that maybe it would, once it was on front wheel, give the illusion of like a hubless wheel, because you would see the reflection of whatever was around it. So I don't know. That's been the plan. I've got all the instructions here on how to put these together. Still have the hardware. I actually didn't even open these when he sent them to me, so until, I don't know, a month or so ago, I didn't even know what was in this box. Which, you know, that just one of those stupid things that I do because I don't think about stuff sometimes. Anyway, I'm tired. It's been a long couple of weeks, a lot of stuff going on in my life. But still working on this stuff when I can. I spent the day, well, part of the day, trying to get my garage cleaned up enough in one area that I could actually work on something without stuff being in the way. So I kind of have that. I have stuff I need to move, like those batteries. That's my camper battery. It stayed anyway. Irrelevant stuff. So yeah, this video has ended up being a lot longer than I planned. So at some point I will put this all together and get a picture of the rendering. I don't even know why I'm showing this bike. It's not for this bike. Get a rendering image of the rendering of dark matter. Put it on here. Okay, I'm done.